We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, Cardi B sends a message to Off the Cheat and STEF0N at one of her latest shows. This is what she had to say.
It's called The Principle. You can't be out here playing with a bitch like me. This nigga's out here praying for a bitch like me. You hear me? Too sexy to be lonely and too grown to be playing with, nigga.
Now, as we know, her and STEF0N have been, not on the best of terms after he brought his baby mamas and also Off the Cheat's alleged mistress during his marriage with Cardi B to the Super Bowl. Okay, and ever since then, we have not seen them together, and Cardi B has been out and about at after parties and, posting videos online with her children, but she has not posted STEF0N since. So clearly they're not on the best of terms, even though they still might be seeing each other on the low. Now, in my opinion, I feel like Cardi B likes to throw these fake threats around. No man with class or dignity is, praying for a has-been stripper with no talent and a botched BBL. Okay? Nobody is praying for that. That's one. Number two, Cardi B, you threatening and saying you can't be playing with you like you're some sort of prize is a little bit delusional. And there's no shade of Cardi B, but every relationship you got in, you've been played with. Why send these threats now? What is that going to do? So maybe she was doing this to get people hyped for the song at the concert, because even prior to Off the Cheat, when she was dating Tommy, who was in jail, this was before Cardi B was as famous as she is now, he cheated on her, which she openly admitted to. And then the same thing happened with, her and DJ Self and the other producer that had a girlfriend on Love and Hip Hop. Cardi B always gets played with, okay? Just like a toy. I don't understand why she's doing these threats. Like, what is this gonna do? You think STEF0N and Off the Cheat gonna, all of a sudden get scared because you say you can't be playing with her? Please, didn't you make Be Careful and you said the same lyrics that you didn't write? Nobody cares. Nobody takes Cardi B seriously because of how she acts. She's very ghetto and ratchet, and to me, she's not wife material like Sierra. In my opinion, she needs to stop with the antics. Don't think that STEF0N or Off the Cheat care about these threats. And I think STEF0N will continue to play with her because she allows it. Now, will Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B's fake friendship come to an end? A lot of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion fans have been going at each other's necks recently, which is not shocking because Megan and Cardi B really don't like each other. They just pretend. But a Cardi B fan said, no way hotties let another feature underperform, but worrying about what Barty Gang, who just recently celebrated another #1 album and now a solo successful tour with Cardi. Then another Cardi B fan said, I wonder where Megan would be without WAP, like genuinely not even trying to be funny. And then a Megan Thee Stallion fan responded and said, what are these dumbass talking points? WAP, a song released 6 years ago, is carrying an album that was released 6 months ago. And we're wondering where Megan would be if it weren't released. Y'all gotta cut it out. Well, that is true. WAP is on, Cardi B's last album, and that song came out in 2020. Okay, so, I'm sorry, Cardi B fans, you got to take that out, okay? Because who's putting 6 to 7 year old songs on an album, okay? Like, only Cardi B is doing that. Now, with that being said, behind the scenes, Cardi B, no shade, Cardi B believes that she does better overall number-wise than Megan Thee Stallion. That's what she believes behind the scenes. Will she ever publicly say that? I don't think she wants to smoke with Megan lyrically. So I don't think she'll publicly ever say it. But behind the scenes, Cardi B believes that she can wash Megan Thee Stallion when it comes to stats, okay? Not obviously when it comes to rapping, but when it comes to stats, she believes she is better than Megan Thee Stallion overall, because when she puts out a song, it's more likely to chart. With that being said, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are not really friends, okay? I would say they're more associates, industry besties, whatever you want to call it, but they're not really friends. And I think that because they both have a common enemy, that is the only reason why they won't really go at each other. Okay, which makes sense. There's a saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, okay? They both really don't like each other. Megan used to throw shade at Cardi B and call her Little Pump and saying that, Nicki's more like J. Cole and she's more like Lil Pump. She used to throw shade and, well, I'm gonna go write some shit before she worked with Cardi B. But she can't do that now because Nicki don't fuck with her. And the other female rappers are mostly irrelevant. So she has to have Cardi B as an ally. The only other female rappers that make noise like that is probably right now Gorilla and Doechii. And they don't really fuck with Nicki either. Now, Nicki, unfortunately gets clowned at the NAACP Awards.
Lord, we want you to bless our sister Nicki Minaj, Lord, yes. She's been going through a lot lately, Lord. It hasn't been herself, Lord. I believe whatever's in her ass is affecting her brain, Lord. Take it out of her ass, Lord. We bind that spirit in her ass, Lord.
Now, a lot of the Barbs were not happy about this joke, and it seems as though at every award show, they gotta tell a joke about Nicki Minaj, which is getting a little bit boring in my opinion, but I'm not gonna watch half of these award shows anyway. I didn't watch this, and I ain't gonna watch the EBT Awards that's coming out in the next 3 months. But a lot of comedians have been dragging Nicki Minaj at these award shows. Trevor Noah did it at the Grammys. Chelsea Handler did it at another award show where she was dragging Nicki Minaj. And a lot of people are wondering, other celebrities have endorsed that side. Why is Nicki Minaj getting clowned for it? Well, a lot of producers are saying behind the scenes is not just the endorsement. They feel like her social media posts, going after Camel Face and other celebrities have went too far. Even though she was sticking up for herself. Nicki Minaj posted that the best gift she ever gotten was a Bible signed by that man. So a lot of celebrities and producers behind the scenes are saying, well, it seems as though she's okay to align with that man, but she goes after Camel Face. So now we're coming after her. That's what they're saying, in the industry. We're coming after you because you went after Camel Face and other celebrities and called a lot of black men out, but then you're aligning yourself with that man. That's what they're saying in the industry. This is not really coming from me. I don't really have a dog in the fight. But that's why they're dragging her at every award show. Because she heavily went after Camel Face, but then you aligned yourself with who. And also, I believe 50 Cent has gotten clowned too. I think he had a picture of 50 Cent and called him petty and said that he needs to be more petty, but kind of clowning him at the same award show. And then, a lot of people were wondering, why don't they go after Diddy? At the EBT Awards, I think it was last year, Kevin Hart was joking about, having a blank party after the EBT Awards. I think that was last year. But he was the only person, though. Everybody else probably was scared. It's going to be interesting to see if Nicki responds. I think she should respond in the music. If she drop any, that would be awesome if she responded in music and give us some bars. But I think people will continue to drag Nicki because they believe she's an easy target. And I saw a lot of people were shocked that, Holly Bailey was laughing. Or it looked like she was trying not to laugh, but she laughed anyway. But I'm like, well, I'm not shocked because who's her mentor? Who's she signed to? Beyonce. Of course she gonna rock with them, even though they've been sabotaging her career and, her music career hasn't popped off ever. But she's still talented. I'm not gonna take away from her talent, but I'm not shocked because of who she aligns with. Now, Dion Cole, who made the joke about Nicki Minaj, posted his DMs of the Barbs dragging him. He posted a fan saying, no neck, stomach, and titties touching her chest. Wait, fat ass bitch, and you got the big jeans from her. Wait, what? Who are they talking about? Yo, mammy, big, fat, sloppy inside, spilling all inside the casket. I'm sorry, that's not funny. Y'all gotta stop. Then another fan said, you practically sucking camel face DICK to get a picture. Did that begging and sucking get you a role in his movie? Stop, it's not funny. All that ass kissing for what? Why mention the mother effing queen when you could mention how your baby daddy was in those files? Then another fan said, that's why your fat ass black Eminem built as mom dead. B word. God was giving her grace because she should have. Oh no, we can't. We cannot finish reading that. That's not nice. Y'all taking it far. Wow. Then somebody posted, go dig your mama up. Wow, that is not nice. Y'all gotta stop. We gotta leave the moms out of it, okay? We gotta leave the moms out of it. We can't bring up the moms. Didn't y'all learn from Bigfoot? Everybody was upset when Nicki said that Megan lied on her dead mama. We can't bring up the moms because people get upset. We just seen King go after 50 Cent because 50 was talking about Tiny. We gotta leave the moms out of this, okay? But I'm not gonna lie, I cracked up a few times when I saw some of these DMs because y'all was going hard. Y'all don't play. Now, there is a rumor that Camel Face has an album coming out April 3rd, and the features are Queen Bee, obviously, and Travis Scott, allegedly, and more, such as Frank Ocean and other artists, Rihanna. Let me know if you guys believe this rumor or not. Here's my thing. Whether it's a rumor or not, in my opinion, we don't need another Camel Face album. In my opinion, his last album being 444 is a good album to leave on. I feel like he needs to retire. I mean, other than addressing certain accusations, I really don't want to hear Camel Face rap unless he's going to address his relationship with Diddy, if he's going to address the beef with him and Nicki Minaj, if he's going to address, the status of him and, Beyonce, and, if he's going to address certain things like, why he didn't have Wayne perform at the Super Bowl, his relationship status with Champagne Thickums. If he's not going to address what the people really want to hear, you can keep that shit in the stash. If you're not going to really, tell us what's really going on and, why you were in the Blankstein files as a anonymous tip, if that was a lie or not, I feel like, if you're not going to address certain things, you can just keep quiet and play the background. But I also feel like this about a lot of different artists if they're releasing music. I want Champagne Thickums, if he released Iceman, I want him to address certain things as well. Okay. Same thing for Nicki Minaj and any other rapper or artist. I feel like we got to talk about the topics that people want to hear. Okay. And not sugarcoat anything. So, unless he's doing that, he can keep in the stash. I don't feel like he's going to address everything. I think he's only going to address certain things. I think he might acknowledge certain allegations, and then certain things I think he will ignore, such as, the Blankstein files. I think he will ignore that, and I don't think he'll fully address Nicki Minaj. I think he might throw subliminals, but I don't think he'll fully address her like that, because one thing about Camel Face, he tries to act unbothered, okay? Or like things are not affecting him in the public, but behind the scenes, he's doing certain things. Now, fans are calling out Rihanna for taking a picture with John Lennon when he and Nicki Minaj were going back and forth a few weeks ago. A fan, a Navy, said, "I dare her to say anything to Ree. Ree will clap back, and it will be the greatest day in Twitter history." I don't think Rihanna would clap back. Rihanna 10 years ago would have clapped back, or 15 years ago would have clapped back. Rihanna now is not clapping back, okay? You know, Champagne Thickums has been dissing her for years, and she's been more quiet than a church mouse. No shade. He's been dissing her in records, dissing her in interviews, and she's been very much quiet. She has to send ASAP the colorist to defend her in music, and his music flops. So we not gonna act like Rihanna's the same Rihanna from 15 years ago, and she shouldn't be. She grew, but she's not clapping back if Nicki Minaj says anything. When she was getting fat shamed a few weeks ago, she was quiet. When Champagne Thickums diss her, she quiet. And she can't unfollow Nicki because Nicki deactivated her Instagram. So more than likely, Rihanna's not going to do anything. But I don't know if this is really a diss to Nicki Minaj. You know, people are trying to link it to Nicki Minaj. And I understand because of the John Lennon thing. But I feel like he went up asking for a picture, probably saw her out and about, and she said yes, okay? I think that's exactly what happened. So I don't get how that has to do anything with Nicki Minaj. People try to act like she's not part of Devil Nation. Like, she's signed to Camel Face still. So I don't understand why people are shocked by this as well. But people are saying that Rihanna chose a side. So let me know how y'all feel about it. And then congratulations to Zeñdäyâ and Tom Holland. Luxury Law, her stylist, revealed that she is now a married woman. So congratulations to Zeñdäyâ. I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.